Welcome, everyone. And we're taking this time. It's Sunday, just before the conference, the astrology conference at Omega Institute begins at the end of this week, September 16 to 18. So this is a really special conference because not only is it about great presentation and wonderful speaker, but we really put an emphasis on the more spiritual experience, not only in the topics, but also in the way we want to conduct this conference. So I just want to share with you quickly the website. On Omega website. It's called Heart-Centeredness in the Star, an astrology conference. And you can see the whole program here with the schedule. And you will see that we focus specifically on heart-centeredness, the Venus, Neptune, Jupiter, solar nature of ourselves. And one of the reasons we really want to focus on the spiritual aspect, aside from the fact that on that very day, the sun will be in exact opposition to Neptune. So it's a lot about healing in Virgo, Pisces, but bringing both the physical and the spiritual healing. And on Saturday evening, Magali is going to conduct a astrology healing ceremony for grieving and healing. So we know we've been through a lot as a collective. We know that we're all emerging from tumultuous time on a collective level. And on the following day, we're going to talk about the upcoming transit. So Saturn moving into Pisces, Pluto moving into Aquarius, Jupiter, moving into Taurus. A lot of very powerful activations. Magali is of Mexican descent and is really deeply initiated in those sacred practices. And I'm really delighted that she could make the time to join this event and bring that to the spirit of the conference. So welcome, Magali, and looking forward to meeting you in a few days.
Yes. Thank you, Marie, so much. And one of the reasons I was so excited when you invited me to present and to lead this ritual in this conference is because we astrologers, we're brainiacs, we love to be in our heads. But there's something so magical that happens when we come into contact not only with the sky, we'll be outside doing this ritual, but also with the four elements that are the basis of our craft. And there is a magic, and that takes us back to the alchemy of our origins about transformation. So, as you said, we have been through a lot. There's nobody on this earth who has not been touched by the pandemic or who isn't concerned about the climate crisis and the various social justice crises of our time. So my goal is to invite all of us to inhabit our bodies deeply, to be in relationship with the sky, and to make a map of the universe with our altar, and then do some magic. And this consists of four basic movements. This is, the core of what all shamanic cultures of the world have shared and have known, is that we enter the ritual space from a space of gratitude, which is what takes us to the positive, fastest. And then we acknowledge what we want to let go of, right? And this is the step that is already connected to grieving. What are we carrying on our shoulders that is so heavy that we don't want to carry anymore? So coming to terms with that and surrendering it. And then that creates space so that we can invite in what we want more of. What do we want to call into our lives? And the last, step of the ritual, the fourth and, also very important one, is a promise to give our best gift to the world, to be of service.
Mhm.
So these are the four main movements. We will do this with other ingredients, including our voices. But what is most powerful is to do it together. You know, one of my shamanic teachers, Sobon Fusome, who was from the Dagara tribe of Burkina Faso in West Africa, she
Gonna
always
share
said,
that image.
yeah, remember? She always said that the definition of community is a place where everybody gives and everybody receives. So the ritual is for everyone. And in it, we remember this connectedness that we share, how there's, energy, resources, ideas, and even things like money, right, are a flow that
Mhm.
we all share. So it is in that space that we will make this happen.
And I
And
agree, just sorry to interrupt quickly. I've organized conferences a lot throughout the years, and particularly when I was doing it in Hawaii, which was in nature, like we're going to be in nature as well in upstate New York in the retreat center Omega. I remember that when we conducted these ceremonies, not only was it precious and powerful during the actual time that we were conducting it, but how it had immediate impact. We could see that the intentions that, whether it was a healing or whether, we put someone was at the center of the circle and received the blessings and received the healing from the whole group, had immediate benefits. So the power of community and the power of these sacred intentions is really palpable.
I agree. And there's a couple of of other, allow me to expand a little bit, because when you do something in service of another, you are automatically more empowered. It's a spiritual law that when you are in service, you have access to more power, but also that what you garner together in the ritual, you take with you
Mhm.
for the future, right? So it has an immediate impact, but also you can take it with you into other areas of your life. And, at a time of so much global conflict, I think that collective healing is more important than ever. We don't have enough time to do all the healing individually. And maybe it doesn't make sense to do it individually. So many people have been hurt in social situations. And here we create an extremely safe social situation in reconnection with the spirit world where we can uphold each other and support each other for healing.
Beautiful. And the world needs light workers. And I agree that astrology is, on the one hand, such a wonderful practice, sacred practice, and we can easily get lost in the calculation and the angles and the right brain aspect of analysis, when in fact, as astrologers, we are also priests, because we are translating a language, a celestial language, a sacred language to the masses, to everyone, the collective. And we have to remember that role, I believe, to be this conduct, to be this channel of knowledge, and understand that there is a healing component to it. So I'm really honored, and I'm really happy that we are able to create this space and to have these wonderful goddesses, whether it's Anne and Kay and Ariel Gutman coming specifically from Greece to teach her material and to bring the Venus energy as well. So just last logistical questions. I assume that people can bring objects and charge them during the ceremony, and we're going to have rattles and sage and what is common in many of these ceremonies.
That is true. That is true. All the four elements will be there. Also, we will feel the angles in real time. We will connect with them in a very profound way. And yes, my intention is to bring some sacred herbs for smudging. We will have, there's a musical component to this, and don't be scared, if you are not a very musical person, all you need to do is to move your body with it. You can use your voice. I will bring rattles for everyone. I know that not everybody has or can carry instruments, so we will have that there. And yeah.
So I'd like to really use this opportunity for those who are signed up already to take that into account, that they can bring sacred objects, they can bring their drums, and they can bring their own rattles or whatever they flute, whatever they feel inspired by. So
Sure,
this is an
sure.
invitation.
I think that's wonderful. I was trying to make things easy for everyone. So don't be scared if you don't have any, but if you do, and you're able to bring them, please do. And also, the beauty of creating our own altar is that sometimes people like to put objects that are sacred to them on the altar that can then receive the energy of the ritual, and then they get to take those home. So whether you just want to put a piece of jewelry, or if you have a sacred object that is very special to you that you purposely want to bring for this, then by all means do.
And this conference was organized with the Venus star point in mind. That's going to be exact on October 22nd. What is the Venus star point? It's the time of Venus conjuncts the sun. And for the first time in centuries, it's shifting. The conjunction shifts from Scorpio to Libra, 29 Libra. So we are basically preparing for that transition. That is a lot of what this event is about. And this ceremony has to do immediately with Venus Sun conjunction, which is all heart energy. Both Venus and the
Exactly.
Sun are about the force of love, really.
Truly. And also, I mean, the sign of Libra, I think, the sign of the peacemaker, right? The one who brings harmony. So I think it's just the perfect, light in which to carry out this ritual.
Thank you so much, Magali, for your time here and looking forward. I know you're a busy person and that it's not easy for you to travel. So it's really not taken for granted. We're grateful for that.
Thank you, Maurice. I'm so grateful for your invitation. I'm so glad you'll be there and you'll bring your own teachings as well. We want to represent everyone, including the masculine, please, and our beloved colleagues. So I think it's going to be sweet. I look forward to see everybody who agrees to come, and even those who just come in spirit, they are welcome as well.
Beautiful. I'm just sharing the page one last time. So this is Omega website, eomega.org. Just look for Astrology Conference. And see you upstate New York.
See
Many
you
thanks and
there.
blessings.
Blessings to everyone.